The Cats went down to South Carolina to take on the Gamecocks and came out with a 19th consecutive win. We'll have highlights coming up.
Friend and family here in Powell County remember a man sadly killed in a car accident.
I've known him about all my life, through being somewhat kinfolks.
The first wintry round for central Kentucky had several inches of snow associated with it. We could be tracking another light snowmaker that approaches the area late tomorrow night and early on Monday. I'll track it hour by hour for you.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
For the first time this year, many areas around the Bluegrass saw some snow. Good evening, I'm Kristen Kennedy. The sun and the above freezing temperatures today helped melt a lot of it, but we could see more tomorrow night. That's why we begin with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. He is tracking the potential for more snow on the First Alert Defender.
That looks like it will be the case as we go through the afternoon and evening. We'll start out maybe with some showers, and then once this system passes us by, cold air starts to run behind it, and we track a little snow Sunday night into the early morning hours on your Monday. And again, that might be up for debate, too, is when we see some of the new data coming in here a little bit later on tonight. Right now, Defender quiet across Kentucky. This time last night, we were really watching some of those heavy bands come together. That next system already taking shape across parts of the plains, crossing over into the Midwest. Southern extent, showers. You go to the north, you're seeing some of the snow. This will continue working toward us as we head through the rest of the night and especially into the day tomorrow. We're at 31 degrees here in Lexington, 32 in Frankfort. You go down Danville, Richmond, 32, 34 there as well. So certainly some cold temperatures hanging out, but we're not in the teens. And we have snow on the ground, so that's certainly a positive way to look at it. Here's a breakdown for you as we look in for that clipper. Diving in here, we've got rain and snow potential coming our way. Then we go behind this system into Monday. Our daytime highs only in the 20s. We'll take a closer look at all of this coming up in just a few minutes.
Road crews say black ice is to blame for many wrecks this morning in central Kentucky. Highway Department crews tell us they were able to get to the main roadways and they're in pretty good shape. This morning, some of the melted snow on the roads froze again, making some areas slick.
Side roads are a little slick, but nothing real bad. You can go anywhere you want to go if you just slow down a little, but the main roads, they're real good shape.
And in Lexington this weekend, police dealt with their fair share of wrecks. They responded to more than 100 crashes in the last 24 hours. This morning, they had to clean up after a crash on New Circle Road between Versailles and Old Frankfort. We're told around 10 this morning, the car flipped and then a semi-truck hit that car. Crews treated the driver for injuries, but we're not certain the extent of those injuries. You can always track severe weather when you're away from your TV with WKYT.com and the WKYT First Alert Defender radar app for your iPad or smartphone. And be sure to help us track the snow. Send us your photos and videos using hashtag WKYTRulesWinter. He was a veteran serving his country as a Marine. Tonight, we're learning about the Powell County man killed in a crash early this morning. Police say Tyler Scott Brewer died just after midnight on Black Creek Road north of Clay City. Tonight, friends and family held a vigil in memory of Brewer, and WKYT's Garrett Weimer was there.
Well known and well loved, dozens turned out on a cold night to remember a friend, a family member they lost too soon. Many here, understandably, just weren't ready to talk on camera about what kind of friend Brewer was to them. Those who knew Tyler tell me he was a good role model. He was the kind of person anyone could emulate. A hard worker, a football player during his days here at Powell County High School, and later served his country as a Marine.
I've known him about all my life, through being somewhat kinfolks.
Chester Lacey told me about the time he and fellow veterans went down to Paris Island with his grandson while Brewer was there training.
They fell in formation. Tyler looked over at us and smiled and kind of stuck his tongue out a little bit and all that as he went by us.
Lacey may be one of Brewer's relatives by blood, but even though they served at different times, he's his brother in arms.
The old saying is, once a Marine, always a Marine, and that's about the way I've found it. There's just a bond in Marines from 90 to to 18 that anybody that served in the Marine Corps.
As they gather on the football field saying goodbye at a place they say Brewer loved to be. In Powell County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
2 other men were also in the truck when it crashed. Doctors treated and released Stephen Huff from the hospital. State police tells Jacob McCoy is in critical condition at UK. Visitation for Brewer will be Monday at 6 at Hearn Funeral Home in Stanton. The funeral will be Tuesday at 1. Kentucky State Police are investigating a death in Estill County. Troopers spent most of the day on Nolan Creek Road in Irvin, piecing together what happened. Police say a driver passing by found the body of a woman with a gunshot wound lying on the side of the road in a ditch. The incident happened sometime overnight. Police say they have their own challenges in this investigation.
Obviously, it snowed last night. We're on a gravel road in a very rural part of Estill County. Not a lot of houses around, and so it's kind of one of those things where we're going to have to locate evidence and begin building our case.
State police are searching for individuals who saw any cars or suspicious activity in that area overnight. A Pulaski County man is dead after a tractor-trailer crash in Tennessee this morning. Highway patrol officers say the semi was traveling north on Highway 27 near Oneida when it went off the road, down an embankment, and hit a tree. 34-year-old Jonathan Brumagen from Somerset died in the crash. The driver and another passenger, Joaquin Sanchez, also from Somerset, were injured. Tomorrow, people across the Commonwealth will honor late Kentucky Governor and U.S. Senator Wendell Ford. Ford died this week. He was 90 years old. Ford's body will be at the Capitol building in Frankfort tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The public is invited to visit. There will be a memorial service at 3 tomorrow afternoon. Ford's funeral is set for 11 a.m. Tuesday in Owensboro. The Kentucky Wildcats hit the road again this weekend. They traveled to South Carolina to try for their 19th consecutive win. Lee K. Howard joins us with highlights from the big game.
19 wins to open the season. That would tie for third best to start in program history. Kentucky also playing for a 6th straight win in the SEC. Now, Columbia hasn't been a friendly place for John Calipari and the Wildcats. The Cats tried to break the press. Willie Cauley-Stein with the assist to Karl Anthony Towns. It was a quiet game for Towns. He had just 4 points, but it was not a quiet day for Devin Booker. Andrew Harrison, nice pass to Booker for the slam. 22-17 UK. The Gamecocks without a 3 in the game until Sindarius Thornwell knocks that one down to give USC the lead at 24-23. But Kentucky closes out the half on an 11-0 run. Tyler Eulis to Trey Lyles. Kentucky led by 10 at the half. Move to the second half now. Trey Lyles to Willie Cauley-Stein. Willie's only 2 points of the game after battling early foul trouble. Now Kentucky would go without a field goal for the next 10 minutes on the clock. Finally, Aaron Harrison breaks the shooting slump, driving to the hole for the off-balance runner. 15-point Kentucky lead. Aaron had 13 points. Devin Booker, once again, he leads all scorers this time with 18 points as Kentucky improves to 19-0 overall. Ties for the third best start in school history. 58-43 the final score there. We will have much more and hear from Coach John Calipari and the team. That's coming up a little bit later in game time.
The FBI is investigating a kidnapping that started in Missouri and has connections to Kentucky. Tonight, we're learning the kidnapper might be in Lexington. Police got a call from a woman living in Kansas City who said her husband was missing. She told them he never showed up for work yesterday. She also told police the family's van was missing from their driveway. Her husband escaped near St. Louis. Investigators say the kidnapper continued driving the stolen van. Police found the van in Bardstown, Kentucky on the Bluegrass Parkway. Our partners at the Herald Leader are reporting the FBI is now looking for a Robert Caldwell. They say he may have passed through Danville last night and might be in Lexington. State police say they're going through a trooper shortage right now. The agency is about 100 troopers short of its authorized staffing level. We're told there is a shortage because of retirements and challenges when it comes to finding recruits. Right now they have 910 troopers.